Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review. And here we have another card by TGBC from his set Battle for Freedom. So let's see what we got here. This is a 7 mana 7/7 Kelp Spinosaurus. Alright. It's got Defender, and you can play 3 and a blue, and it can attack this turn as if it didn't have Defender. Because it prefers to relax within the water of its home. Very nice. Yeah. I don't have really too many issues with this card. I mean, art works, right? The art looks like a Magic card. There's even a diver here where that he's not attacking because he's defending. I don't know. And then he's got excuse me. And then, yeah, I mean, he chills, and then you pay 4, and he can attack. I like it. I like it. Nice and simple. Not the most novel design I've ever seen. You've certainly seen this before. Not so much in green. You tend to see this thing in blue a lot. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Like, I don't really have any issues with it. It's a nice little common. I guess if I had... So, because I like this card, I'm going to go into nitpick mode and kind of start, complaining a little bit, but don't, take that with a grain of salt, because I do like this card, right? And because I like it, I have to go into nitpick mode, right? That's kind of how this works. So, your formatting here is a little off. It's actually not bad. It's just you need to horizontally center your text here. So if there was like if this was like everything was down one line, it would look a lot nicer. Because right now there's just sort of this big gap here at the bottom, and that's you don't really see that on Magic cards. I like the flavor text. It basically explains exactly what's going on here with this guy and why he has Defender. As far as power level goes, I mean it's not a very good card, I don't think. Which is fine. It's really fine. Like, having a common that's not that good is like not a crime, but there's definitely room to make this card a little stronger. Like, when you pay 7 mana, you really want to get something good, right? You really want to, and I'm thinking a lot about limited here, right? Because that's really where commons see play, is in limited. I know your card is aimed towards commander, but like I think you would have to have a pretty niche deck to play this card in. Like, maybe in there's like that dragon that like cares about defender cards. Let me find this guy here. So Defender, type Elder Dragon. Sorry, Elder. Dragon. Where's it? Yeah, Arcades, right? Whenever a creature with Defender ends battle, Defender control, draw a card. Yeah. Each creature controlled with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness, and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Oh, okay. So then it like doesn't even need this ability. So I mean, you probably wouldn't play this in Arcades deck either. There's a little room here for improvement. Like, a couple things you could do to make this card a little bit more desirable for somebody playing a limited deck. Because right now, I would basically never play this card. This would be sort of a trash common. And again, like, I don't think that's going to reduce my rating of this card. But if you really wanted to like knock it out of the park, you could do some things to improve this. And so one thing that Wizards has been doing a lot lately in limited is on these like expensive green creatures, they've been adding life gain. And the reason for that is that it's hard to get to 7 mana unlimited. And when you hit 7 mana, you really want to you really need a card that's going to help you if you're behind, help stabilize the board. Because generally, if you're getting to 7 mana, you're probably playing some ramp cards, and ramp cards are anti-tempo, right? So your opponent's likely going to have more... They're going to be putting pressure on you, right? And so having a 7/7 defender, I mean, it's going to block a creature, but like they might have a full board, right? And this thing might not be enough to save you. So having a little life gain would actually go a long way on this card. And it would actually still fit flavor-wise, right? Because he's relaxing. He's chilling, right? He's gaining some life in the water, just chilling. So, you know, that's one thing you could do. You could say, like, when this enters the battlefield, gain 4 life or something, right? That's one thing you could do. Another thing you could do is you could make this more powerful offensively by giving it, say, trample would be one thing, right? Because the other issue with this card is like, okay, so let's say you're not kind of behind like this previous scenario I mentioned, right? You play this guy, you get a 7 mana 7/7. It's pretty big, but then you have to pay 4 for it to attack, and they can just like chump it with like a 1/1, right? So you've paid like 4 mana, which is a lot, and now they just negate it completely, right? So I would rather this thing have like trample, so that they can't just do that, you know? They can't just like chump it and keep attacking you. Excuse me. You could also reduce the cost of this ability. You could make his stats bigger. You could easily make this card like the fact that you have to pay this cost. You could easily make this card like a 9/9 even. Like you could make it like real big. Because 7 mana for a 7/7. I mean, I think there's vanilla creatures that do that, right? Let's just look here. Green, mana value 7, and power is 7, and toughness is 7. Let's make it green, which I did. Great. Let's just see what we find here. So, okay, here's a common. Duskdale Worm. 7 mana, 7/7 trample. Right? Okay, we're going to sort by rarity here. And reverse sort. Oops. Here. So, here's a 7 mana 7/7 trample. Here's a 7 mana 7/7 that can't be blocked by creatures with 2 or less and has cycling. Here's just a 7 mana 7/7. This one's, I mean, that's M10, so like whatever. And then these are the common ones. So you can see that even these common creatures here are actually better than the one you've made here, right? These ones have bonuses. Yours actually has a drawback, right? So again, like as a card, like I like the design of this card, but I think you could definitely make this card more powerful. You know, because paying 7 and then having to pay 4 to attack is like a pretty big deal. So, you know, again, there's plenty of knobs you can turn. Like, you could make this thing like a 9/9. You could reduce the cost to attack. You could give it trample. You could give it a little bit of life gain. Like any combination of those things, I think would help boost this card into playable territory. Right now, it's pretty unplayable. So, but again, I'm not going to really take points off for that. I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. I like the design of it. It's, you know, it's not super novel. There are formatting issues here, but, you know, I want to, you know, I like simple cards. This is a nice simple card. Good design. It just has a few issues. You know, power issues, formatting issues. Beyond that, I like it. So yeah, I'll give a 4 out of 5 for Kelp Spinosaurus. Thank you for watching.